Did you know when they inject you with this dead virus or this dead bacteria and your body tries to come up with a response to it, it's actually depleting your vitamin D levels? So that means if your vitamin D levels are not where they need to be and they inject you with a vaccine, whether it's the seasonal or the annual, whatever one it is, if they inject you and your vitamin D levels are not where they need to be, it will only make you sicker because your body is trying to come up and conjure up a, immune response to this thing. But if you are not where you need to be, it can't really kick into full gear, but it still depletes your vitamin D levels. So not only is it depleting your vitamin D levels, it may not kick on at all, but still deplete your vitamin D levels. So ask yourself this: how many times did they check your vitamin D levels before they injected you with this COVID-19 vaccine? Because they didn't check me at all. How many times did they check your vitamin D levels when they gave you this booster shot? Because they ain't checked me at all, right? How many times they check your kids or your parents or your family? How many times did they check your vitamin D levels? Because it ain't gonna work if they don't know your vitamin D levels, right? How many times they check you for what you are allergic to as a person? Think about it, y'all. I'm bringing this up because just the other day, they just approved the bird flu vaccine and they just funded it for over $500 million, right? And like I said, in my line of work, I'm in medical facilities. So I see these unsuspecting people going in, getting this gene therapy without realizing they're getting injected with technology, with nanoparticle technology. They gaslit everybody and said, oh, that's far fetched. What do you mean, nanoparticle? Like, what are you talking about? Some kind of microchip, blah, 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 blah. Look it up. This is technology that is over 40 years old. This is not some crazy conspiracy theory or nothing like that. We got to call it out. I'm literally in communication with a few people who are fighting cancer, and thankfully they are beating it. But we got to understand what's going on in this world right now. So don't be surprised if they start coming out with vaccines for everything, right? Vaccines for cancer, vaccines for this ailment, vaccines for this disease. But at the end of the day, it might be all rooted in the mRNA because they're trying to say that that's the one-stop shot. And they're just going to put a different disease at the end of that. But at the end of the day, it's the same nanotechnology. So let's get to the good news. The good news is, so you can detox with something called natto carnase. Natto carnase is a Japanese fermented soybean and is known to dissolve blood clots. It's also known to inhibit inflammation